Okay, I will not tolerate any hate for BYU Idaho unless it comes from me. Okay, but not really. So I went to BYU Idaho for one semester, count 'em one. And it was as much of a jungle as they say. My first week, I tried studying in that the Wilkinson, the Wilk. Is that the big food court. And within the first few days, any single time I sit down, somebody would come talk to me. Boys would come interrupt me. Tried studying in the library, same thing. Could not get anything done without boys talking to me. It's not like I was the prettiest person on campus. I was just one of the 3 without a ring. And so it became my goal to just find anywhere on campus where I could freaking study in peace. Finally, I ended up building where they have like the big conference center, all the seats. I ended up in that building up on the 2nd floor. You like have to be like intentionally walking that way for people to find you. So that's why I began studying. 2nd, 3rd week of class, I'm just sitting there doing my stuff, finally quiet. This guy walks up the stairs, starts walking by me, and I think, oh no. He walks by me, gets about 75% of the way, full stop, about face, walks towards me. And he sits down and he's like, hi, what's your name? My name's Hannah. And starts running his mouth. This kid had obviously either done sales or was a very successful missionary. Again, he's like, oh, well, what are you studying? And I'm like, oh, business. He's like, what kind of business? Oh, I don't really know. I'm just kind of giving like short answers because I clearly do not want to be talking. I want to be studying. I have stuff to do. So he sits down. This is where it gets nuts. Like it wasn't already. Anyway, sits down, knee to knee, looking at me. Well, what does your patriarchal blessing say? My personal blessing from God. What does it say? Who asks that? And then he goes on to say, well, mine talks about how I'm going to be an entrepreneur and just whatever. And so I'm just so blown away at this point that I just kind of stopped responding altogether. And he's just like, well, let's talk about it another time. Let me get your number. And I'm like, no, I'm okay. He's like, no, let me get your number. And he did the thing where like, I put my number in his phone and he sat there and he called my phone to make sure that I gave him the right number. By the end of the day, he'd added me on Snapchat, LinkedIn, Facebook. Okay, here's another best part. He had this crazy last name. And I was like, oh wow, that's quite the last name. And he's like, yeah, if you can't remember it, because it was a really long last name, it started with a G. He's like, if you can't remember it, just call me Ryan Go Getter. And that's how he put his name in my phone was Ryan Go Getter. His name wasn't Ryan. That was the craziest experience I had, but there were plenty more that I was like, you guys need to learn how to court women, not corral women. Anyways, hit the follow button if you want to hear more stories, because I definitely have them.